Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hitting the Field Season 3. I'm your host, Octavius Lawrence. I'm so excited to be here and share a new season of Hitting the Field. We have my co-host, Santi Molina. How are you doing today,
Hey,
Santi?
everyone. Doing great. Really excited to be back here and really excited for this new season.
We got our first guest of the season.
We have Christopher Riz over here. One of my buddies. Welcome in. How do you feel?
I'm feeling great, bro. Really happy to be here. Thanks for having me here. So, yeah.
I see the jersey you got on. You got on the biggest team in London.
Bro,
yes, the biggest team in London.
The biggest team in London. You're right. I'm really happy because we made into the 8. So,
Top 8. We're going to talk about that
top
today.
8, bro.
Yeah.
Top 6.
We're going to talk about that. Yeah, I mean, Chelsea's been elite. I see you got the Barcelona jersey
I got the
on
Barca.
and behind you.
Yeah. And behind me.
Is that dual 10s I see? You got on the Lamine kit?
I got double 10. So I got Lamine on my back, and I got, of course, one of the greatest players of all time,
True.
Ronaldinho Gaúcho.
I have, of course, Ruud Gullit jersey, Chelsea legend, and behind me, arguably the greatest African player of all time. I don't want to hear Mo Salah. Give me Didier Drogba up top.
I agree with you.
But let's get straight into it because we had a very exciting week. Champions League football. Last week, we had some games we needed to go over.
Yeah.
Bodo Glimt defeated City. Honestly, I think the shock so far of the Champions League. Bodo Glimt, kind of a smaller Norway club. They come in and they dogged City.
Yeah.
3-1 win. I mean, were you watching that game? How did you feel?
I didn't watch it. I remember, watching the highlights and remember being amazed just by how the chemistry of that team works, and they're really organized in the back, in the middle, and that's why they were able to beat City. And I'm foreshadowing a little bit, but what happened this week, Atletico Madrid.
It's just a little surprising, City. That wasn't the team we know, but there's a few teams that didn't really perform up to standard. Talking about some of those teams, Real Madrid last week won 6-1. They bullied Monaco.
They bullied Monaco, yeah.
And they didn't do that this week. But in a lesser note, we had Sporting beating the champions of the world.
Yeah, shout out Luis Suarez.
shout
out Luis Suarez.
2 goals.
Yeah, Colombia in the house, 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, PSG, they've not been on the best run of form. I know they're still first in Ligue 1, but this PSG team is nowhere near the team we saw last year.
Exactly. You're right.
And it's a little bit concerning if you're Luis Enrique. I know there's been talks he's going to leave PSG in the offseason, but for that team, PSG always seemed to come up short. They finally get over the hump last year. This has to be like a wake-up call. You're like, are we going back to just being all right?
Yeah, no, we are not seeing the same team as we saw in the previous season. They were champions. They want to travel. We're not, seeing this right now. They got new signings over the summer. I mean, I'm sorry, over the winter transfer window. So we'll see how it works, for them. We'll see if they can get better and they can reach that level that they had last season too.
From one French giant to another, we're talking about Marseille, one of the only other teams to win the Champions League, or the only other French team to win the Champions League. They lost 3-0 to Liverpool, kind of helping Liverpool really get back on track. They've had some ups and downs. But this Marseille team, Mason Greenwood was completely locked down. I know I don't like talking about him too much, but he's been the best player for Marseille this season, and he was completely locked down by that Liverpool team.
I think he's the top scorer of League 1 right now.
Yeah, he is. But that's all we're going to mention for Mason Greenwood. No mention for him on this podcast. And then we have, once again, the biggest team in London. London is blue. Scraping a win against Paphos. I'm not going to lie. I was a little scared. In that match.
Yeah.
I know.
Shout out to Moises Caicedo. He did the goal. Best midfielder.
He's the best midfielder in the world. So clear of that free kick merchant. But Chelsea performed so great. But speaking of Chelsea, we had week 8 to watch this week. And all 18 matches of the Champions League yesterday?
Yeah, they were all happening at the same time. It was the last, phase of the league, the last games of the league phase in the Champions League, and it was amazing. There were some great games, and that classification table moved around a lot from we saw last season.
You think about last season, how everyone was going up and down. There was a time Real Madrid was not going to qualify. PSG finished 24th last year.
Also,
ended
City,
up winning
remember?
City, yeah.
City too.
So you see how exciting this new Champions League format is. I know people had their words. They said, "Oh, it's not going to work. It's not going to work." It's cinema.
It's working.
Speaking of cinema, got that team right there. Once again, we're talking about Chelsea.
They
Chelsea,
did a comeback.
What a comeback and what a player João Pedro is. Let's have some words about him. 2 screamers. Beautiful shots. He's been on the come up. He had a
Yeah.
very rough
He had
run
a lot
of
of
form.
critics
Yeah.
at the beginning of the season, but now he's getting form. I think Palmer is getting better
Palmer
too.
Palmer
He's
come
coming
back,
from
netted
the
it, 2 assists.
assist.
Great game to come back to. He's also been a bit shaky, but I think the big three of English stars, Palmer, Saka, and Foden, have all had their ups and downs.
Yeah.
But they're all three individually great players. You just got to give them time. You got to put them in the right situation, and we see that here. Chelsea narrow win against Napoli, but they needed it. Without that win,
They
they
needed
wouldn't
it.
have had
When
automatic
Napoli was winning,
qualification.
Chelsea actually was outside of the 8th. They were
Yeah.
like 11, I think. So
yeah,
it
they
was a
needed
great,
it. Such a shame for Napoli that they didn't even qualify for the other
such a
round.
shame of Conte. Conte never
But
can
yeah,
like
Yeah,
That's
again,
Europe
he-
teams.
playing with
Exactly.
the three in the back. We all know his play style. A lot and like a lot of midfielders and three people in the back. So he's always in that scheme that not only him but like most Italian teams play with. That's like an Italian idea that they have. So really sad for Napoli. 5 shots for everyone, for every single one of them on goal. 11 attempts for Chelsea and 8 attempts for Napoli. So that shows up, the quality of the players that Chelsea
It was a
have.
great game. One last thing I want to highlight before we move on. Esteval, I said it last year and I'll say it again. He is a monster. That kid is going to be
agree.
special. It's reminiscent of some studs that I've watched growing up. So very
agree.
very fond of Esteval. But let's move on from one Italian team to another. Inter, current leaders of Serie A, taking a 2-0 win against Dortmund. This is a very high profile matchup. Both teams were fighting for that last spot.
Yeah, again, they were fighting for to get into the top 8 in the Champions League. Again, Inter 5 shots on goal against one from Dortmund. 12 shots attempts against 9 from Dortmund. So again, Inter had a 54.8% of the possession, and they're coming back. They're gaining back that level they showed last season. And they sadly, went down at the end of the season. And this season they started a little bit down. They started like coming like from behind. They're coming from behind, They're building again that team and they're getting that momentum again.
And they're gonna need that. Last season we saw Inter beat Barcelona in that semifinal. Heartbreaking. I don't even want to get into it. But that Inter team, when they got to the final, that was not the team we knew. And since that point, they've been all right. They've been all right. They seem tired. They seem gassed. But this game, we saw Patrick DeMarco come out of nowhere, scoring in the 81st minute.
Screamer.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
He's wonderful.
Yeah.
One of the most underrated players in world football. He's consistently snubbed for some of these awards, and he's a dog.
He's a key player.
We can move on from some of the highlights of the week. Let's talk about the lowlights. Let's talk about Real Madrid. Play that sound effect. How do you lose to Benfica? I know Chelsea could never do that.
I mean, it's not like a loss of we had the ball and we had so many shots and we couldn't even make it. No, Benfica had 22 shots attempts and 12 on goal. Courtois made 7 saves.
He was ridiculous.
7 saves in the game. Madrid only shot 6 times on goal.
You got to think obviously the best player for Madrid this season, and I still think the best player in the world is Kylian Mbappe. He's a monster. He's going to be a force in the World Cup. But for Real Madrid, there has to be some conversation about, can Vinny and Mbappe actually work together? Because we've seen it time in and time out. I don't think they can.
No.
I
They
don't
can't.
think
Me neither.
I don't think it's going to work. And
It's egos. We've
it's-
seen this
yeah.
before in Real Madrid before with all the Galacticos when they were playing back in the 2000s, and it's a movie coming back and forward again. We have egos and they don't get along well. And the team, you don't have a center mid, you don't have a number 10 on that team that can take the ball and organize the
playing
team.
Guler at 10.
So
No,
you're,
yeah, Guler's
and at the end
the
of the day, you don't have even defenders. You don't have good defenders. Raul Asensio got a red card on the
So did
92nd, and then Rodrigo too. So you need to work on that.
Two red cards, and now they may play Benfica again. The 9 versus the 24 seed. We'll see how the draw goes. That's something we'll talk about maybe next episode. But Benfica, possibly could be the goal of the tournament. Their goalkeeper, Trubin, comes in, scores in the 98th minute to keep his team alive.
Yeah,
That's a wonder goal.
that's
right
insane.
there.
Yeah, it was
Anatoly
great.
Trubin,
And they
goated.
got over Marseille at the last minute because they were gonna get out of the league. So
That's gotta be super disheartening for Marseille.
also, I don't know if you guys have like an opinion on Arbeloa as the manager. I think he's doing really inconsistent.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't think it's a coach problem. It's just like a organizational problem and ego problem in the team.
I
So
gotta
you gotta
agree.
fix
Yeah, the
that.
players need to like put the shirt and like work harder because they're playing in Madrid.
I think it's a
Yeah.
similar situation to PSG in those like 20 years to where
Yeah,
you
totally.
have all the talent in the world, but you don't have. It doesn't matter
You don't have
what
a team.
coach comes in. They're not a team. They're not.
They're
They're
not a
not
team.
merging together.
Exactly.
But let's move on because we are a bit scrapped on time. That PSG Newcastle game, it was all right. 1-1 draw.
A little
7
bit
versus
boring.
8 seed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
what? Again, PSG just not the team we would expect. Dembele misses a pen. Not my Ballon d'Or winner. I don't want to. Whatever. We just mentioned Marseille. Marseille falling 3-0 to Bruges. What is up?
Sigh.
And they scored just one goal, they would have advanced.
Yeah.
That Benfica goal wouldn't have mattered. That's got to be disheartening for such giants of France.
And actually, Bruges
Yeah.
did a really good season in the Champions League, at least not by now.
Shout out the
'Cause
keeper
they're in 10.
from Bruges. 9 saves
Damn.
and 9 shots on goal for Marseille, and none of them winning.
Yeah,
So
look at
yeah.
Bruges last year. They fell short. They almost advanced to the next round. They were on that edge between Madrid and City. Ended up falling out, finishing 25th in the Champions League last year. But this year, they get it to at least play playoffs. It should be good for Belgium. They don't often produce high level teams, so it's good for Bruges.
Absolutely.
Liverpool 6-0 win against Karabakh.
I mean, it was expected. I
Yeah,
think
they
it was
have to
expected.
win that game.
They had to
actually.
win it. They have
Yeah.
some scrappy games in the PL, so it was much needed for them.
But this
Much
was
needed.
this
The only
was a
good thing
very good
maybe
game
it's-
for them.
Yeah. The only good thing maybe it's that Wirtz is getting informed. Finally,
They're back on it.
AKTK too.
Watching Liverpool, you see some of the signings that they've made. They
Yeah.
have really shown up, especially in the Champions League. I'm not gonna, Wirtz hasn't been the best in the Premier League, but he's improving steadily. I know we talked about 0011 last year when he actually I think it got up to 13. He did nothing for a while, but he gets a
Yeah.
goal. I think he had an assist as well. Mo Salah though, Mo Salah.
Great goal. Great goal.
He came
Great
back
goal.
from the
Salah.
AFCON actually. Really good goal.
Really good
And
goal.
a double of McAllister. Right
And-
out to Argentina.
And
Yeah.
it's not an argument. I think the best player for that game, Virgil van Dijk. What a game he had. I think he netted 3 assists in that game.
Yeah, but I think McAllister got the MVP though. 'Cause
He did. But
of
shout out
course.
Verge. Big
Yep.
Verge. We got Barcelona versus Copenhagen. We got the scarf right here, actually.
Yeah.
Barcelona needed this win. They were
Absolutely.
teetering on that edge, and they beat that Copenhagen side that is giving some teams some trouble in the Champions League.
absolutely. Not a tough, I'm sorry, a tough opponent. Not an easy game. They started losing the game, and they were able to tie it on the second half. They lost the first half. Great match by Lamine Yamal. He scored
player
a
he
goal, 2 assists, and shout out Marcus Rashford. He came back and he, free kick goal.
Yeah,
Insane.
Sebastian Starboy, Marcus
Insane.
Rashford, big fan.
Insane.
We'll have him on to talk about it.
Yeah, 8 saves for the keeper from Copenhagen. So,
Actually, watching the highlights, he was like the MVP of the game.
Rashford's been a great signing for them.
Yeah.
But the Copenhagen team, I think they needed that win to. They did. They ended up finishing 31st, so that's a little unfortunate for them. But they're a strong team. They'll be back next year. But
agree.
Barcelona with that win finishes 5th, right above Chelsea, and they end up advancing. Real Madrid,
Yeah.
gotta play playoffs. Play playoffs. Just before we move on, Arsenal, Kairat Almighty. Arsenal, kind of a scrappy game, but Kairat ends up scoring in the 98th minute. Never really in doubt for Arsenal. They are first in the Champions League. They've been the best team in the Champions League this year. But for Arsenal fans, you concede 5 goals in 2 games. Is that a little bit of a concern? You started the season that iron wall at defense, and now
I think it's just the team getting a little bit tired of just like playing all these games all around, but it's all good. It's all good. I think that team is pretty nasty, so they can keep playing.
No, it's not, Ogden. By the way, I'm gonna come back on.
Edgar Rodriguez, everyone.
Are we on? My time is on segment 3, but no, it's not. It's Kairat. We scored first, and then we give away a stupid pen. But no, not a worry.
Never in doubt. Edgar
mean,
Rodriguez,
8-0
everyone.
8-0. That's all
But
I
the thing
have
with
to say.
Arsenal is that they always start the season really good, so we'll see how they develop those
Classic
That's
bottle
yeah, that-
FC, but this
yeah.
year,
Game style at the end.
to be honest, they are some dogs. I can't lie. Shout out Kai Havertz,
yeah.
Chelsea. legend. But Kai Havertz has performed at Arsenal. So I think that's going to be it for segment one. A great Champions League week. We got playoffs next time. This should be very exciting. But for segment two, we have transfer market flop or not. Please stay on, stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Segment two. We're talking about the transfer market. Winter transfer market, always exciting. And we got some big signings this year.
Big moves.
Big moves.
Big money moves.
We got joining us Sebastian Herrera.
Welcome back.
Friend of mine, Manchester United fan. Not a jersey today, but kissing a badge
Hey,
nonetheless.
Graham gave me this. All right, I gotta represent.
Yeah, representing.
Just before we start, let's talk about Manchester United. How have they been? How has this new coach been treating you?
Listen, I'm sure as you know, I loved Ruben Amorim. My agenda is not being helped right now as they are now balling. Is Carrick Ball is doing great.
Carrick Ball's working.
2 wins against Arsenal and Man City. You know, it brings me so much joy to actually see this team like doing somewhat good.
Speaking of City, the bigger team in London or the bigger team in Manchester, they've been making some.
What?
My bad. Let's not be rash here. London is blue, Manchester isn't. But let's talk about Man City. They've had a transfer masterclass, in my opinion. Not only, you see the two players on the board right now. You have Antoine Semenyo, Mark Gahey. They got those two players for combined under $85 million.
That's
ridiculous. That's ridiculous.
That's an insane deal. Top
talent.
talent in the PL. We got Semenyo that he already scored. He's assistant. He's playing.
I think three
he's
goals
literally
before
playing
matches?
like he was playing in Bournemouth. So
He's a monster. And he fits in that City side so well. The thing I don't get is how does City they keep signing all this elite talent? Where do they put him?
Where are the
Fabinho
rules?
doesn't even play.
Where
taking all
are
the
the
players.
regulations?
Listen, I know United used to be the money hoarders, like taking all the players, and now seeing City do this, it hurts.
You know what it is? It's the oil money.
It is.
Oil money.
It is. It really is. But
you need to be bought out by an oil club. That's what it is.
Yes. That's what we're praying. Glazers out, bro. Glazers
Here
out.
at HTFC, we want Glazers out and Ekbali out. Get them out of Chelsea. But that's another conversation. Not only do they bring in these two elite talents, obviously I love Antoine Semenyo Ghanaian here. He's a dog. He's a dog. But they get Ryan Cherky for $40 million. $40 million.
That's a steal. Right, the level of player that Ryan Cherky is, and the thing is, I don't think people acknowledge how good he is. He's a great player, and he's mark my words, and we can actually go back to it. He's gonna be key for France in the World Cup. He's gonna be the key ingredient in France in that French team.
He's someone who can come off the bench. He can start, but whenever he's on the ball, he's electric. He's the difference maker. And Ryan Cherky going to City, he reminds me a lot of those earlier years, maybe even a David Silva type player. He can play wherever he needs, and he'll always be the guy to give you that extra boost. But on the other side of City, you have Gianluigi Donnarumma. $30 million. $30 million for one of the best keepers in the world.
$30 million for the best keeper in last season.
I don't get it. What? Who is doing this? Who is persuading these teams to sell to City? Stop selling to them.
Wrong Chester team.
Stop doing it.
Wrong Chester
Stop
team.
doing
Come
it.
to United, please.
Let's not be rash.
Cherky won't. He wants to kill us, but it's fine. That Europa game was crazy. I really think that, especially for Semenyo and Guehi, these are very key players for this team. Yes, they have a lot of players, but they have been having issues with both on the wing and on defense. Is that the signing with Guehi, they need a reliable, a strong leader, someone that you can put in there and be comfortable. Especially Donnarumma. Yes, he's a great keeper, an excellent elite keeper, but they need some more stability.
I agree with that. I agree with that. I think
support.
Guehi, it's one of those talents that they plan on like a long development in in the future of the club.
He's a guy who can come in and he can really teach some of the younger players. You have Kusanov right there, who's just 21 years old. He's going to be a very good center back. I'm hoping, to be honest, he's not, but he will be. But let's move on. Let's go from one young talent to another. We're talking about Ethan Nwaneri. What are Marseille cooking? They bring in Ethan Nwaneri on loan, $1.5 million to Arsenal for that. And in his first game, he scored. In his first game. What a talent he is. I remember watching him. I remember playing with him in FIFA, too. He is Arsenal's next star boy. He is elite. And Marseille got a good one.
Yeah. It's so sad that they couldn't make it on the Champions League, but they've been they've been lacking of this depth of the actual squad, and I think these two signings are gonna help them a lot. You know, that's what happens with majority of the teams. They don't have a big squad, and when it comes to the half of the season, they're tired. They're tired. They're playing 3 games a week, which is insane. You know, at top level, you got the national competition, you got international competition, and then probably you got one of the cups that are national competition too. So you have to increase that number of stars in your squad and have that depth of a squad in order to actually have and accomplish, great things.
And, you look at the two best players or the two highest profile players on Marseille right now. They're both Englishmen. It seems like teams can kind of go from England, put some talent in France, and
develop.
It's a good idea. They signed the other Timber brother, just 24 years old, Quentin Timber. He could be a good signing for them. Just $5 million. A few years ago, he was $30 million.
Exactly.
Sitting with his brother. So it's a good signing for Marseille. I think they're going to need it. They sit third in Ligue 1 right now. Need to get back on track, but all they have to focus on is Ligue 1. They're out of the Champions League. They have Coupe de France too, but this could be good with them. This could be very good for them.
I agree. They
needed these players to just get that extra push. I really believe they'll be really strong in Ligue 1.
Let's talk about some of the other talent in France. I mean, some of these guys, they go from England and they come in and they make moves in the French league. We're talking about the talent surge in France. Simi Mayalou has been linked to other French clubs from PSG. We saw him score in the Champions League final last year.
Yep.
Dro leaving Barcelona. I know you got something to say about that, PSG. And then Endrick loaned out to Lyon, netting a hat-trick in his second game.
Crazy.
What is up?
What is
up with France right now?
He's balling.
Yeah.
I know he's so happy right now. Like, you saw that he was crying on the bench back in Madrid. I'm just so glad to see him actually doing well. Even as a Colombian, seeing Brazilian players being able to be free and actually, do what they love is awesome. Awesome to see.
I agree. I agree with that. I agree with that. The thing with the French league and the Ligue 1 is that it's a league that it's starting to see more flow of these young players. We don't only have these players, but we've had American players develop in that league too. So it's like a development league that helps all these young players gain this level that they need to reach in order to move to a bigger club, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's starting with this guy over here. I wanna shout out, R.I.P. Johan Cruyff, when he mentioned that if you have second thoughts on playing for Barcelona, you are no longer of service to us. And that's what happens with this guy right here. Yes, you're a star boy. You're the next generation Pedri. And you decide to go to a rival.
Can't believe
because you were looking for more minutes. My man, you got Vitinha in front of you, and you got a lot of...
Vitinha, João Neves. You
Neves,
have Mayalou in front of you.
Emery. You got a bunch of players in front of you, my man, and you want to go to PSG. When Hansi Flick wanted you to play and wanted you on the team. So shame on you. You're no longer. You're no longer serviceable.
No longer
for
in the
us.
project for Barcelona. We've seen so many young Barcelona talents come up the ranks, and it felt like Dro was going to be the next one. Having someone in that midfield to kind of pair with Lamine,
Exactly.
a younger generation. It seemed like a match made in heaven for Barcelona, but Dro leaves.
He leaves. Yeah,
and
this is the same
willing
story
to pay
as
for his own
Xavi
release clause,
Simons.
too.
And
It
look
is.
where Xavi Simons is right now. He's not a key player for Tottenham. He's playing one game and not playing the next one. That's what happens when you don't have consistency, when you don't trust the club of your life.
It's true. We'll see how Dro works out. I still have faith in Xavi Simons. Maybe not at Tottenham, though. Get him off that team. But, some of these Barcelona wonder kids, they come up and they just fizzle out. And I hope that's not the case for Dro. I hope he has a successful career. But to be honest, I don't get the move to PSG. If you're going to move to anywhere, go outside of the Giants.
Exactly.
Go sign with either an inexperienced Premier League team. You could even go sign for Palace and bolster that midfield and help them make a run. But
Exactly.
you can't go to a team that you're not going to play for. That doesn't make sense. They have their own talent.
Yeah,
They
you're
have
going to
their
be
own
on the
talent.
bench.
We're
You're gonna
talking
be-
about him right there. Simi Mayalou. They have their own talent. He's been linked to leave. He's been linked to a few Premier League teams, just like I mentioned, Crystal Palace. But he's also been linked to Wolves, some of these development teams in the Premier League. Hopefully he can go out. We saw him score in the Champions League. I mean, he's just 19 years old. He scored in the Super Cup as well.
Yeah,
he's a very top player, and he's it could be good for them. It could be good for him to make a move. But there's a lot of talent there in France. We'll see how that league progresses. When we come back, that's going to be the end for segment 2. When we come back, we're going to be playing Tiki Taka Toe, a new game here at Hitting the Field FC. So stay put, stay tuned, and I hope you're excited. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to segment 3. We got a new game, Tiki Taka Toe, and joining us is a familiar face. We have Edgar Rodriguez, host of last
Welcome
season.
back.
What? You guys couldn't keep me too far. Santi, thank you for the Dortmund kit.
Absolutely.
They couldn't do the job at Tottenham. We already spoke about Tottenham. We don't talk about Tottenham. But yeah, very proud of you guys. Already fitting right in and taking the show where it should be. So I feel like a proud father.
Welcome
I feel like
back.
a proud father.
But we
Excited to be back.
We got a new game here.
Yeah.
Let's explain the rules for those at home. It's pretty much tic-tac-toe. We got 2 people competing. We got Santi and Edgar competing against me. I don't think I'm going to win, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Had to get Edgar
Let's
on,
go
though.
get it.
But it's just
Let's do it.
tic-tac-toe, so well, you'll understand. You'll understand.
All right.
So
Here we go.
who wants to start?
We
can flip a
heads
coin.
or tails?
Let's go heads.
All right. Siri, flip a coin. Ready? It's heads.
That's a good
You wanna
start.
go first?
Yeah, okay, so we got
Okay.
30 seconds on the board. I got to name a player who played for, any of these, and then fitting both top row and the left row. So
All right.
we'll get it started. I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund, Liverpool. I'm going to go Emre Can.
Oh,
Oh,
good pull.
nice guess. Good pull.
Good pull. Okay, that's one for Octo. Santi, which
What do you want to go first?
I think easy. Chelsea, England. Let's just go. Let's do a Lampard. Let's just
Big
even
Frank.
the score.
Yeah, Big
Let's
Frank.
even the score.
Big Frank.
Even the score right there. Easy. Octo.
I like that.
Okay.
1-1.
I'm going to go Borussia Dortmund, Champions League winner. I'm going to go Robert Lewandowski.
Good.
Okay.
Good one.
Fine.
Okay. So you have.
Fine.
So you have.
I got
2
these
on that
2.
one.
Yep.
Okay. So we need Dortmund, England, Santi to kind of block him here.
Dortmund, England.
Uh,
I got it. Jadon Sancho.
Yes,
Jadon Sancho.
Very good. Very good.
Former
Okay,
star
okay.
boy. I got a block here. You guys got both England's. Start that timer.
England, Ballon
England
d'Or,
Ballon
Octo.
d'Or. I think there's only one. I think it's Michael Owen.
Oh yeah.
I think that's the only
That's
one.
the only one.
That's an
You're
old.
right.
That's a throwback right there, Octo.
Okay, it's gonna be tough. You guys got to get Chelsea, Liverpool.
We gotta get Chelsea, Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Start
that timer.
Let's think.
Okay, Chelsea, Liverpool.
Let's not overcomplicate this. Got it.
Go for it.
Torres.
Fernando Torres.
Fernando Torres. Yep.
Up top. Let's go.
I was thinking Daniel Sturridge.
Oh, that too.
Yeah,
that too.
that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I went a little further back. I went a
Raheem
little further-
Sterling, too.
Raheem Sterling as well.
Where do I have to go? I got to go Chelsea Champions League, I think.
Yes.
That's,
my
I got
gosh.
a
Oh my
roster.
goodness, bro.
How about I get this guy behind me? How about I get Didier Drogba? Didier Drogba,
Too
Champions
easy.
League winner.
Too
Way
easy.
too easy. Way too easy.
Perfect. So now, do we have to block him?
Which one would we?
I think you got Champions League Ballon d'Or.
Okay,
Okay, easy.
go for it.
I'm gonna go with the GOAT.
Who are you going with?
The GOAT, Lionel Messi.
Never in doubt. So all we got is Ballon d'Or Liverpool left. I mean, I think that's is that not Michael Owen as well?
It would. Can you repeat?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if we have another one.
You're right. You might be right.
I don't know if we have another one.
might be
Liverpool, kind of a small club.
Wow.
Confirmed. Confirmed.
No, but I don't know if there's another
I don't-
Liverpool winner. Maybe
Not off the top of my head.
yeah, maybe way back in like the
Could be.
40s, but
Like a George Rush, something like that.
Something like that, probably. But yeah, no,
I
that's the
think-
first one that came to my head.
yeah,
too, so.
I think that's a draw.
We'll allow
though.
it.
I think that's a
We'll
draw
allow it.
there.
Draw.
We'll set the parameters next time, but I
Hey,
think that's a draw. Hey, that was
We
a good
blocked
first
each
round.
other out. We blocked each other
Yeah,
out. I think
okay.
that was
Okay.
good.
Was a
Good,
winner,
good.
though. There was a winner.
Who was the
Getting
winner?
here.
It was?
Oh, did I win?
Was it us?
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
We won! We didn't even know!
They're all England teams.
Did I not get Michael Owen right there?
Oh, I put the wrong one there.
I was about to say, I don't think
I
we
was
It's
won.
like,
it's
I was
a
like, I
tie.
thought we
It's a
were
tie.
drawn.
I was gonna go with the.
Hey.
My fault.
I guess I lost.
I was gonna go with the, with the steal right there.
Disgrace.
Feel like Drogba playing Barcelona.
Okay,
so
so-
we got the next game here. You guys can start this time. I'll start
Wait. What's
So
the
that-
20 up there?
under at 20 years old or under.
Oh, okay.
And then we got Premier League trophy, Arsenal, Barcelona,
Right,
any
right,
African
right.
player, World Cup winner,
Okay.
and under 20 years old. So I'm going to start the timer
Right.
now. You guys can start whenever.
Look, Where do you want to begin here? Because we have some options.
You wanna start in the middle? How do you usually play tic-tac-toe?
See, that's the $1 million question. We can start middle. We can go
Okay.
Arsenal 20.
Okay.
We have many options here. Are we talking about like what? Like currently? Like when they made the debut? Like
We can do currently.
Currently?
Miles Lewis Skelly. Bam.
What a player.
Easy.
What
What a player. Left back.
Santi. Good
Easy
start.
enough.
Good start.
Good start.
I'm gonna go right above you. I'm gonna go Barcelona, under 20 years old. Give me Lamine Yamal.
Oh, let me know.
Okay.
Where'd the Scouse accent come from? Santi.
I'm
Feeling
gonna
like
go
Carragher
Barcelona.
today.
African player. I'm gonna go with Yaya Toure.
Oh,
Ooh.
yeah.
What a player he was.
What a player.
So
Baller.
I gotta get Barclays Premier League winner, World Cup winner.
There
Ooh,
has to be a ton. There has
to be a ton.
But it's a bit of a niche
It's
question.
kinda-
It's a niche question.
David Villa. David
with
Villa.
Spain. Good
Yeah.
pull. Good pull. Another
I don't know
city.
why that's the first one that came to
Another
mind,
city
but shout out
legend.
David Villa.
All right.
We can win this.
Can you?
Yeah.
With what do we need?
You can do either Barcelona World Cup or African Player Premier League. What do you want?
I don't mind. Santi, you have one in mind for either one? I'll let you.
Yeah, I
I'll
do.
Let you have it. Go.
I do. I have the guy in the bag. Right here.
That's right. Barca World Cup.
Ronaldinho.
Ronaldinho.
Is that raps?
Yeah,
No?
I think I got the 20.
Yeah. Octo blocked and Barca 20 with.
Oh,
I got-
You're right.
So you guys got. This is to block, I think.
Okay, so African
Ooh.
Premier League winner?
African Premier League winner. Well, we already said Yaya Toure,
We
so
said
I'm not
Yaya.
going to do that. Give me. Ooh, there's a lot. Yet none's coming to mind. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe that guy behind me again. Give me a Drogba. I'm
Maybe.
the Drogba merchant
Taking
today.
the easy way out. Taking the easy
Yeah.
way out.
We're a Drogba merchant today.
Sounds good. Is this one still open?
What is it? Premier League World Cup?
I think I got that.
No, you got that with David Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be you.
Have we done Arsenal World Cup yet?
I don't think so.
No, it's open.
Okay. Any come to mind? Let's see. Let's think about this a little bit. Was there any in that France team? Am I just blanking? Yeah, of course. Olivier Giroud.
What a player.
Olivier
What a
Giroud.
player.
Boom.
Was France's all-time goal.
Was France's
I think
all-time goal
Can I
scorer.
win here?
Was an iconic striker for us for a very long time.
That's what I was
Striker for us too, but he was a lot better for you guys than he
Oh
was
yeah,
us.
no, at Chelsea washed.
But
Wash that
I
Chelsea.
think I'm gonna end it right here.
Oh,
and
no?
I'm talking about another Chelsea boy,
gonna win
former
it?
Chelsea boy, under 20 years old, Premier League winner. He won it just last year. Give me Rio Engamoa. Rio Engamoa, former Chelsea's talent.
Wow.
I think
Wow,
that's
what a
it.
pull.
I think
Scored
that's all.
away at Newcastle.
He did.
Yeah, won
Right.
the game away at Newcastle.
But I think that's gonna be it for this.
Did he win that one?
Hey.
Damn it.
Nice
Well
game.
done, well done.
It's a
Well
good game.
done.
It was a good game. We maybe should have prepped that more. I didn't expect it to go by so fast.
Look at this.
We
We
Underestimating
got
our
some.
ball knowledge.
We got
It
some.
was quick. It was
We got
was
some
rapid.
ballers over here in our.
was rapid.
in
That was
HTFC. You know.
That was good. That was
But
good.
but next time when we come back, Tiki Taka is going to be much better. So next time you see it, I hope you're prepared. I hope the people at home can play
Yes.
along. Maybe you guys know some players that we don't. But thank you so much, Edgar, for coming
Oh, of
back
course,
on. We
anytime.
Thank you.
always
Yeah.
appreciate you coming back.
You guys
and
know.
thank
Thank
you
you.
to our other two guests. I mean,
Exactly.
it was a great first show.
Hey, well
I
done.
hope everyone at home enjoyed it. I know we did.
We had a
And,
great time today.
It starts the season,
Thank you,
boys.
Octo.
Keep
Thank
killing
you,
it.
everyone. Thank you, producers, for everything. And
course.
yeah, we'll
Thank-
see you next week.
Keep
I think that's
killing
going to be it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I've been Octavius Long and Santi Molina. Thank you guys for watching.